What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, in case you haven't heard, there was another despicable, heinous shooting that occurred, another mass shooting, this time in Uvalde, Texas, and of all places, an elementary school, Robb Elementary School, where 14 little babies, little children, were murdered along with a teacher. 15 lives just snuffed away. I think a few other are wounded. Hopefully they survive. The shooter was identified as an 18-year-old Uvalde, Texas resident, but now a name and a picture has been put out. This is the demon, the devil that did it. I believe the name is Salvador Ramos. Salvador Ramos, 18 years old, uh, committed this despicable crime. What I'm trying to figure out is from the description of what happened, he entered the school with a handgun and possibly a rifle. How in the fuck did he get into school? How did he get into the school? What type of security is there? I don't get this. Usually in most schools now in entranceways, there are security guards, um, metal detectors, people. I mean, nobody saw this guy. If he had a rifle, how did? I, look, I get Texas is an open carry state, but come on. It's too early to know all the details. I know that certain people are going to politicize this thing for their own personal gain, which is disgusting. But the worst thing about this is the 14 children. I mean, it's getting to a point you can't go anywhere. You can't send your kids off to school. You can't go to a basketball game or someone's going to abduct your children and put them into sex trafficking. You can't go to the fucking store. Some maniac in Buffalo is going to blow you away. You can't get on the fucking subway. Some idiot's going to shoot you because he's having a bad day. And you wonder why people are all fucked up, man. Why people have anxiety and all this fucking problems, man. Because of shit like this. And I'm sorry, Republicans, but we need gun control. I'm sorry. We need more stricter gun control. Fuck your constituents. Fuck how they feel about it. My Second Amendment rights. Look, your rights don't trump our overall safety. Period. Your rights don't trump. Your personal rights don't trump the safety of 340 million Americans. Period. It just doesn't. It don't work like that. And even when it comes to Republicans, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, they were all for gun control. Richard Nixon, as crooked as he was for gun control. So I know that Republicans and many of these leaders are under the control of NRA, and they're never going to come out and say anything because they're not real people. They're cowards who are beholden to certain interests. But at the end of the day, this is going to continue until they crack down on this shit, man. It's going to continue. It's going to get worse and worse. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. Over the last decade, the amount of gun deaths by firearms, has increased exponentially. After a drop off in the mid '80s, when there was an actual attempt to crack down on crime in the '80s and early '90s, it's crept back up, and now it's at all time highs. And Uvalde, Texas, I think, had a shooting last week. Texas has had how many mass shootings in the past 10 years? So I don't know, man. At the end of the day, another tragedy. Tell me what you guys think.